All right, we're back. Hold on. Ugh. So I I did figure out a way to fast forward that whole super long turn-based section, and it was painful. I should have recorded that process because that would have been way more interesting to watch. I got Adobe Premiere because I hit up a friend of mine. I was like, "How do I do this?" And he was like, "Well, I would use Adobe Premiere, but you can use a free program." I was like, "I'll just get Adobe Premiere and I'll try it out." That program is insane. It was like, it would have been like watching an infant try to disarm a bomb. I just pulled it up and there was just stuff everywhere. I had to look up tutorials just on how to get my video in there, and I did eventually do it. I used a Magic Sword song, awesome song, great for D&D. Anything that band makes is pretty much awesome for running D&D, but hopefully they just claim the video and they don't take it down. I don't know how any of that works, which I probably shouldn't be admitting, but we'll see how it goes. But hopefully they're cool with it. And let's get some quests done because I didn't do any of the side quests. I've done like one side quest in the city, and boy, that really stung. Going into that fight with no gear, and I don't know if the party was under leveled, but Brother Skoog here is not exactly the solo powerhouse that a barbarian would be. Maybe I'll make a barbarian. People are watching these, I think. There's like 17 hours of watch time for my videos according to YouTube, which I really appreciate. Like, thank you if you're watching this right now. Thank you so much. That does actually mean a lot to me. I'm not sure what you're getting out of it, but I mean, I always enjoyed watching people play CRPGs and stuff. Even as a kid, I would sit down and watch my brother play Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 for hours and hours and hours and hours. And then I would go through and play those games after, when he was, out hanging out with friends or at school or something. And I just copy exactly what he did. I would make the same kinds of characters, same stat allocations. You had to roll for stats in those games, which I actually really like. I wish that there was more options like that. But yeah, I would just recreate like the same party. I would do the quests the same way. I would select all the same dialogue options. I would look for the loot in the same places. I would just kind of try to memorize everything that he did, and then go back and do it, which saved me from having to figure out how to do stuff myself. But yeah, I had a blast just watching him play games. I think I should rest. My stupid face is blocking part of the stats here, or the skills. But all my characters have terrible mobility, except for Lan, or Lon, who has pretty okay mobility, but it's not... I would like to have somebody with just crazy high mobility, because that mobility check yesterday literally killed my entire party. Which is what forced me to have to come back here, which forced me into that combat, I feel like, a little sooner than I was supposed to. Sell that. You're bound to see me hang on to stuff way longer than I should. I don't know why I do it, but I'm sure I'm not alone. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who loot hoard just as bad as me. I at least use some of my potions. If this were Skyrim, though, I would not be using any of them. I'd just be eating cheese wheels. I don't want to offend anybody, but I don't really like Skyrim. It was never really my jam. That game just felt so aimless. I didn't really like the main quest. I wasn't really crazy about the factions. I felt like every dungeon just was the same thing. It was just copy paste, copy paste. There's a problem with Dragon Age 2 as well. I never finished that game. I loved Dragon Age Origins, but Dragon Age 2 was just such a far cry from what Dragon Age Origins was in terms of quality. And there's reasons for that. Like, that's, they didn't just, oops, we fucked this one up, but like they had no time to make that game, and it really shows. And it was also geared more towards a console audience, which I'm not. The only console I've ever owned, and I shared it with my brother, was a PlayStation 1. So, you know, I've played console games at like friends' houses and stuff as a kid, but never owned any consoles really. And that PlayStation is still around somewhere in my parents' house, I think. It was very old. Alright. Until things get difficult again. Oh, Lord. He rolled max damage. Okay, lay on hands yourself. She's not gonna get spells. Next level? Level 4? Man, that lay on hands sucks. Put that wizard down, please. Yes. Alright. Oh, shit. Yeah, so I was up until 5 in the morning this morning, messing with that. It didn't take me that long to mess with the video, but I've got a good computer. Like, objectively, it's good. And it still took Adobe Premiere. I want to say I did 2 loads of laundry, washing and drying. So I think it was about 2 hours and some change. Took a shower, just waiting for that to finish, which I shouldn't have. I should have just set it and gone to bed. But I've been burned before by installing things or downloading things or torrenting things. I don't know if anybody remembers LimeWire or Emule, but you'd set it and then you'd go to bed. Like, alright, this will be done in 8 hours. And you'd get up in the morning and it would just fail. It would just be broken for some reason. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that it finished, and then I uploaded it, and that took more time on YouTube. YouTube, I don't want to say it's slow, but it ain't fast when it comes to uploading videos. At least, not to me anyway. Alright, I'm confident I'm gonna have to fight something in here, but I don't know what.
Watch each other. The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Well, that wasn't too difficult.
The light, take you.
What was Electric Blast? What is Electric Blast? I don't think I've ever encountered that spell. Cool thing about... Dang. Cool thing about the glaives, and like any reach weapon, is you'd be surprised how often that comes in handy. Is being able to hit across your back line, or your front line. Because he would not have been able to get that swing in if you had a melee weapon, or a non-reach weapon. Okay, I remember this. So, I'm trying to do a good playthrough here. Nope, this is not what I thought it was. Never mind.
What's in wait for me?
Forget I said anything. No, it's back outside. Yeah, I don't understand. I guess the purpose for this area is just to come in here and get some loot. Nothing special here. Am I recording? Okay, I'm recording good. That's right, so... Students of Arcane Magic, Ledger Domain, and Stealth, Eldritch Scoundrels are a rare breed of adventurer most commonly found, seeking lost and valuable arcane writings in the ruins of fallen empires. Is this a wizard subclass or a rogue subclass? I think it's a wizard subclass. It should tell me, like, I would think it would tell me, you know, wizard weapon proficiencies or rogue weapon proficiencies, but I just have simple. Alright. Whatever. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Use your crappy healing spells on some people.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
That's right. I replaced all of her healing spells with burning hands, which is not nearly as useful in most encounters. Alright, that's fine. Skoog, you're gonna heal. Boop. Not impressed. Do better, please. For all my trash talking about how many Cure Light Wounds potions it was giving me, I have used every single one now. That's shameful. Yeah, there we go, see. Failing to use magic devices is probably one of the least fun game mechanics you can have. But it's based on the Pathfinder rule set, so I'm sure there'd be a lot of really pissed off nerds if they didn't have something like that in. Like, if I don't know who all is watching this has played the first Pathfinder Kingmaker, which is their last game, but that game is incredible. It has so much depth. The story is like 150 hours or something. It's more than that, I think. Not just, I mean, if you're doing side stuff too. A playthrough is, you know, long. It has just so much depth and girth. Like, the game is massive and it does so many things so well. And if you looked at forums for it, you would think it was the biggest, stinkiest turd that anybody had ever put out with the Pathfinder name on it. Just the amount of complaining people do is insane. I'm among them. I complain all the time. It's one of my favorite things to do. But when it comes to games like this from a studio, that was their first game, I think, Owlcat. And everybody's just all pissed at them for... Everybody, you know, all these people have that one thing that they're latched onto about the rule set, and they're like, this isn't in here, it's not implemented right, and screw you guys for that. But whatever. They've got every right to, I guess. That's funny. So... The vision of Yaniel says, we will stand shoulder to shoulder with you against evil. The vision of Eliandra says, clouds may veil the stars, but nothing can hide the light in someone's soul, and I see this light in you. I'll have to see what he says. But the other character that I took through here, they were all talking mess, because I had done the, like, evil deity options. Canabra's burns, city that should never have fallen. Fate shows no mercy. And these are just descriptions of paintings, which, again, if I looked at them on my solo playthrough, but I'm not going to put you all through that. All three of you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. The red-skinned, long-haired tiefling raises his pain-filled eyes to you. A huge magical brand stands out on his chest, freshly burned into his skin. The flesh around the brand is inflamed and has an unhealthy-looking hue. Hey, stop. Who are you? Crusaders. Well, well, well. I was looking to add a couple more Crusader heads to my collection and all. Why just assume we're Crusaders, though? Where'd you get the idea? That idea. I mean, do we look like Crusaders? Oh, right. The tiefling notices the sacred symbol of Eomade. Does anybody know how you're supposed to pronounce that? Please tell me. Somehow. How that's supposed to be pronounced. The symbol gleaming on the paladin's chest and sighs. I suppose that explains it. You certainly don't look like a crusader. Thank you. We're no crusaders. We're just ordinary thieves, vagrants, beggars. His eyes skate over the party and stop at Camellia. Well, and some local princess. You can take her and we'll be on our way. You can have her. I'm not crazy about her. You trying to lie to me, freak? I see the blood of conquerors of this world flows in your veins as it does in mine. You could have been on our side, but instead you're bowing and scraping for the mortals. You can die with them. I can try to intimidate them into leaving, but I will probably fail because I tend to roll very poorly on these checks, and I need a 12. But I would kind of prefer to kill them for the XP and any loot that they might have, because I am incredibly poor. Let's try to get some information from them. I can kill you right now, or I can give you a few more minutes of life if you answer my questions. The tiefling shoots you a vicious grin. You won't be getting out of here alive either way, so why not? Let's have a chat. Classic villain shtick. Some of these dialogue options. Oh, here we go. You look awful. What's wrong with your tattoo? The tiefling gives you a hateful glare. Lady Manago was displeased with me. She branded me with this rune to make me suffer. Manago wanted me to subjugate the demons of our ally Daskari, to wrest control away from that idiot, Keyless, but I failed. If you come here before the Defender's Heart gets attacked, you actually see that interaction. You see these guys, these two like demon lieutenants kind of arguing amongst each other. And there's like a little scuffle. And then one of them, the other one, is the one that showed up at the attack. And near the beginning, you see him get like shanked by an invisible guy and he dies. Yeah. So that's what happened to the other guy that he's referencing. It seems my luck is turning. You don't look like rank and file crusaders. When I bring Manago your heads, all will be forgiven and she'll remove this brand. What did you forget in the museum? For the last 3 months, this tower has served as a cover for me and my servants. I set up my base in the cellar of the local museum and smuggled an entire regiment of my Templars into the city. It's the ideal place for a secret hideout. The museum was left in the charge of a doddering old man who can hardly remember his own name. When our lord struck Canabras, we plunged the blade into the crusader's back, and a glorious fight it was. Now Lord Xanthir has ordered us to strip Canabras of everything that might be of interest to him, and remove it from the city. He is a great master of the occult and magical arts, and this museum is chock full of all kinds of relics that could prove very interesting to study. Didn't realize demons were such academics. But I guess I'm... in like D&D lore, demons are kind of like feral, and devils are smart. Anyways, I'm attacking it. So, I don't want to eat a fireball to the face, so we're going to go back here. And then, if I still have grease prepared, which I do... Hey, why don't y'all come over here and hang out? Oh, shh. That's rich. That's nice, dude. Classy. Well, you kill him. Just what do you think you're doing? This is kind of bizarre. What is this dude's armor class? 18. This one archer is really embarrassing these guys over here. All right, your turn. No. Stop that. Yeah. So. Wow.
Into the fray.
I tried to cheese him, and he cheesed me instead. That's fair. I respect that. Oh my goodness. There you go. Let's get a giant frog back here. She's gonna fall down before she can... This is the most inept combat. This is truly sad. Oh, there goes my frog. I might still win this though, with a few casualties.
Go for their heart.
I think he's still wearing that not too great chainmail. Hopefully I'll get some full plate soon. I don't feel like swapping anything out right now. Right, great work everyone. Sorry about that. I think he's got the exact same mace that I already have. Yes, he does. Alright, at least we leveled up. At 4th level, the Proclaimer can spend 2 uses of Fervor as a move action to use his Cleanser of Evil ability and create a zone of sanctification in the same area. All evil outsiders in the zone, when it becomes active, must succeed at a will saving throw. DC 10 plus half the Proclaimer's level plus his Wisdom modifier, or be pushed back until they're out of the area. I'll have to play around with that to see if it's useful at all. Go with strength. There's like 2 super high persuasion characters that I have yet to pick up. And Sela has high persuasion as well. But I don't have really any other skills. I'll just get a little bit of perception. And try with the athletics. Screw it. Okay, so the sacred weapon stuff will be good. And I got some level 2 spells, which is also very good. So that means she's getting spells too, I believe. Yeah, get that charisma. Yeah, okay, she's got spells now. It's just level 1 spells, but spells nonetheless. Okay. I still don't... I can't fully appreciate this Spirit Hunter class because I don't see how it fits into my party all that well. Mostly she can get up in things' faces and slap them pretty good, which is very handy, but I don't know. I'd rather just have a barbarian or something, despite her. That's right. Okay. So this is weird because you can use it as many times as you want in a given rest, but only on once per creature. So for 24 hours. So I can heal each of my party members once, which is handy. But I got so many pseudo healers. That's I'm just gonna go with the healing. No, ice plant. That was what I didn't get before, because I was like, why would I want a cleric druid on the front lines? But that's just kind of what she does. What? Eldritch Scoundrel is so weird. It's very cool, though. It's very good. Or it's just the fact that this guy's stats are ridiculous. Better fortitude saving throws and 4 hit points, or just keep cranking up that higher dex. I'm just gonna keep cranking his dex. I'll figure out other ways to keep him alive. Athletics. Yeah, get some mobility. You're going to be my mobility guy from now on, because that's a very high bonus. And he doesn't wear armor, so he won't have negative checks. Blur. Probably Cat's Grace. That'll become useless as soon as we get some like belts of dexterity plus 4, which I'm sure will be coming. But right now, this is how I'm going to keep him alive, is with Blur and Mirror Image. Just at the beginning of every fight. At least the big ones. When you're in turn-based, that stuff is way easier to manage. And manage it we will. Why didn't you level up? You did level up, but you were dead, so it bugged out. Do we want more damage with the composite longbow or a better chance to hit? I'm giving better chance to hit because he does miss an awful lot. Obnoxiously often, in fact. Bark skin. It is super obnoxious in this game. I get it. You're starting the campaign in a city being attacked by demons, but low-level spells are almost completely useless in a lot of these early fights. And low-level spells are some of my favorite things to use in games, you know, at early levels, because it's just fun when you've got a wizard. Your whole party's like level 2, and you can barely hit anything, but you got your wizard with a couple casts of magic missile who can, you know, take out some kobolds pretty easily and all that. So yeah, this you can be smart, unlike me, and sneak somebody in here and start messing with the environment. It's a weird bug. Oh, it's +1. To make the fight easier by taking some of those guys out with the environment. I did not do that. I actually forgot. Will that even out? Yes, it will. Good.
Step, step, step.
Yeah, so there's another one. I don't think there's any other reason to go up there. But we're gonna do it anyways.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
Nope, no. Don't touch it.
Forwards.
I found
No, backwards. Backwards.
something.
This is my kind of work.
Yeah, fortunately I didn't have to work early at all today. So, believe it or not, going to bed at 5 in the morning still allowed me 5 hours of sleep.
What's in wait for me there?
But now I'm super tired. So, I apologize for the low energy. I can't remember if there's any fights in here or not. A pale and frightened half-elf looks at you warily. That's really hot. His face is not that sentence, the coffee. His face is twisted into a grimace like he just ate something slimy. Hey, who are you? Praise Baphomet. What are you doing here? Did Faxon send you? I heard a noise outside, but I was busy making a list of the relics. Did something happen? What are you doing here? I'm compiling a list of the valuable Crusader artifacts. Lord Xanthir has ordered that everything of use should be transported from Canabras and saved from the looting and destruction. We chose the museum as the place to collect and sort through the trophies. Unfortunately, the local thieves have proved even quicker off the mark than the demons. They ransacked the museum in the first few hours of the assault, but there are some objects of interest among the exhibits that they left behind. The museum custodian has been kind enough to advise me on those, but where's Faxon? Woljif snickers. Ha, finest thieves in Mendev. Turn your back and everything that isn't nailed to the floor will be gone when you turn around again. Oh, my contacts are wanting to dry out on me. The demons have no chance against him. Masters of our trade, we are. There you go bragging again, dummy. Thieving has never led to anything but harm. Trust me, if you fought the way you thieve, now that might be useful. No thanks, every person has their calling and this is mine, but imagine if you fought as well as we thieve. I really wish we had the classic CRPG stat pages so I could see like his highest damage hit, the percentage of damage that he's done in the party, his percentage of the experience, because I don't know who would be higher in damage, him or Lan. Brother Skoog in the fast forwarded bits was getting crits for like 52 damage, and at level 3 that's nice because that's another benefit of the glaive, and that's with lower damage crits. Like in the difficulty settings, the default is like weakened crits as opposed to normal crits, where I don't know exactly how that works in Pathfinder, but it is bonkers. The crits are insane. I remember that from the Kingmaker game, just breezing my way through a fight. Everything was going great, and I had it on the hardest difficulty, and then somebody in my party would just get poked for like 100 and something damage, and it would just take them completely out, and I don't have 5,000 gold to spend on a resurrection scroll, so I was like, alright, I gotta load my game. Not fun. Don't recommend it. Where's the museum custodian? Over in the gallery. I deceived him. I told him I was a crusader. It wasn't difficult. The old geezer is out of his mind, so tell me, where's Faxon? It belongs in a museum. Clear off before I kill you. You're lying. You wanted me to come closer so you can steal the papers that have been entrusted to me, and I wouldn't be able to destroy them if I did that. Half-elf leaps backward. Half-elf leaps back nimbly, pulling a sheaf of papers from his bag as he goes. No, I have valuable letters from Lord Xanthir. I must destroy them. The cultist balls the pages up in his fist and shoves them into his mouth and begins furiously chewing like a hamster. A moment later, the half-elf's eyes bulge and he opens his mouth, which is stuffed with masticated paper. He tries to cough, but nothing comes out. The failed saboteur looks at you in desperation. His eyes are streaming, his face is growing paler by the second. Actually, it should be turning like purple and blue. And he falls to his knees. A strangled wheeze emerges from behind the wad of wet papers. Expressions veer from the hilarious to the grotesque as he signals to you for help. Want some salt or pepper to that? Now I've tried eating paper myself, but a little seasoning goes a long way, whatever the meal. Yeah. I don't care if those pages contain the innermost secrets of Baphomet himself. I'm not touching that. See, every interjection that she has had, every dialogue option, literally everything she has said has been prissy and condescending, just like every noble-born character in RPGs. Except for JRPGs, in which they're always like super not pragmatic. What's the word I'm looking for? Like empathetic. Oh, we got the letter still. Cool. Yeah, it's... I'm gonna get rid of her. I'm just gonna make another character. The cultist coughs violently and then, after taking a trembling breath, leaps up and takes off running. He disappears, leaving you with a wad of correspondence that is much the worse for wear. Okay, that's the masticated letter. A wad of crumpled pieces of paper with visible bite marks and traces of saliva. The writing is blurred and indistinct. Most of the words are completely illegible, but some fragments are still intact. Carefully pack up all the relics and valuable magical items and hand them over to the same courier that brought you my potions. Later, I may carve out some time away from my scientific research to sift through the detritus you managed to steal from the Crusaders. I might as well not bother, since your finds will almost certainly be of no use to me unless I find myself in dire need of a paperweight. Still, this mission keeps you occupied and gives me an invaluable opportunity to work with you without you sticking your nose into my experiments. Once again, I remind you that it is absolutely essential to store the potions in a safe place sealed to the corresponding protective rune. Should these safety measures not be taken, the demons will drink all your stash dry in no time at all, and your master will order me to spend 3 more days at the cauldron making a new batch. Believe it or not, I have many other important matters to attend to. Should I discover that the potions have mysteriously disappeared, I will not try to look for the culprit. I will punish the person who let it happen, the person who failed to secure them properly. The punishment will be painful, brutal, and utterly inhumane. Remember this. Good luck with the conquering whatever you're conquering out there. Xanthir Vang. Does that have a purpose? Or is that just telling me that there's a stash of potions somewhere?
Step, step, step.
Which is a purpose of a sort. Probably should have killed that guy. Yes, these are a bunch of relics that are not here.
I am helpful, am I not?
Yep. That's very good. I forgot about that. So who should use that? Damn it, it's gonna be her again. Yeah. So she's got almost Dex tank levels of 8. Well, that might be an exaggeration. But she has very good AC. And if I...
Back?
Is Ice Plant just a thing that she has all the time? Yeah, natural armor +2 Ice Plant. So that Hex thing that she got is just a permanently +2 AC, which is dope. Like, that's very, very nice. I'm gonna try Sickening Entanglement, because that frog sucked. He went down instantly. I used the frog in the... when I did the fight turn-based. He was more useful then because he was just attacking people that were prone on the ground from Greece. And he did help a little bit. But yeah, at this point it's useless. Like he can't fight anything.
Let's shake a leg.
Okay. Your spell setup is fine. You got a lot of spells, dog. I kind of like that. Blessing of Courage and Life. With this prayer, you provide long-lasting succor to wounded creatures. For as long as the effect lasts, the target receives a +2 morale bonus on saving throws against fear and death effects. At any time while the spell is in effect, the target can choose to end the spell as a swift action for a burst of healing energy. The target loses the saving throw bonus, but is healed of 1d8 points of damage plus 1 point per caster level. He's level 4. 1d8 plus 4. Yeah. What's Cure Moderate Wounds? It's not that much better. Yeah, okay, it is a bit better. Almost twice as good. Blessing, luck, and resolve. I need to be able to make at least one person somewhat immune to the elements
Ask nicely.
for some of the fights coming up. Grab both of those. Your spell setup is fine. Color spray actually worked for me once, which is a new thing. I have been using that spell since I've been playing CRPGs, which is about 20 years. And
This is
it
my kind of work.
almost always just does
Might be
nothing.
crap.
And if
Might
it
be
does
accurate.
work, it has worked on one of my party members that I accidentally caught in the cone. I have terrible luck with that spell. But it did actually work for me
Time becomes distance.
during that big fight.
I hope you appreciate this.
That's dope. That's good. Congratulations. Got a new bow. It looks cool. The character models they're way more zoomed in. Like in Kingmaker, they were super kind of zoomed out and super low poly. And these aren't like, these are pretty basic graphics, but I like the art style a lot. And I like that it's more zoomed in, so you can kind of feel that gear progression a little bit more, and actually tell, like, swapping bows in Pathfinder Kingmaker, you're almost guaranteed to like squinting trying to figure out like how much of a difference it made. Tilden. I'm an old man. Stay a while and listen. The old man, looking around absentmindedly, shrinks away as you get closer. His head seems to shake uncontrollably, but his hands are surprisingly deft and assured as they level a magic wand at you. Stay back! Which are you, robber or demon? Hey, take it easy, Gramps. So that's the way it is, eh? You see horns and you think thief or demon. He's both a thief and a demon. Quit scaring the old man, dummy. Have you seen your horns? They, how should I put this, don't exactly inspire trust in a city that's currently overrun with demons. It's fair. It's rude, but it's fair. Hey, there are horns and then there are horns. I'm not going to hurt you. The old man goggles at you in terror, but he doesn't lower his wand. A rustling comes from somewhere behind him. Rats. The old man wheels around fearfully and peers in the direction the sound came from. The hand holding the wand gradually falls to his side. When he turns back to you, there is no fear in his expression, only vague confusion. You, I'm sorry I was distracted. What were we talking about? Who are you? Okay. I'm just gonna kind of blast through this. Calling it right now, this is not gonna succeed. Yeah. In before. Okay. I literally have to critically fail to not succeed. Oh, thank God. I don't want to murder an old man for his keys, especially when I have somebody who's incredibly good at picking locks. Well, historically, she's screwed up quite a few times. Alright, I'm just gonna go through these. The half-elf was a demon worshipper. I thought maybe I missed something in my first playthrough about potentially the location where the thieves went and took like museum relics, but I don't think that's the case. I think it's just flavor text. Is that everything in here? No. One more door. It's the old man's room. Just stealing everything that belongs to you. Everything you own in the world. It's mine now. Because I'm the good guy. And I need it. I need your edible moss, your wooden plates, your herb liqueur. I gotta have it. I need all that stuff. It's very important to my cause. It's just a shame you didn't have 6 wooden spoons laying around. Vision of Targona, the translucent silhouette of a winged female warrior glows softly. You brought us back to waking. Greetings. I apologize, my brain is running a little slowly at the moment. But I don't know what is going on here. These people did not help me. I did not see any angels come out and fight on my behalf. Or whatever these are. Who are you? Not who, what memories. This place was created as a cradle of memory and fantasy. The things that belonged to the city's heroes were kept here. People used to come to this place to remember those heroes. Yeah. People used to come to this place to remember those heroes. And myself and the others are living memories. You woke us. So here we are. So your memories of who? Of the heroes the city wished to immortalize. Go, touch a memory, and see how they remember us. After all, this place was created so that our names would never disappear into the mists of history. There used to be a place like this near Neathholm. What is that word? Lon sighs. Quiet, calm, I used to walk among the plinths and pedestals, wondering, the people who founded the place, what was driving them? Were they thinking about future generations, how to pass down their wisdom and show the right path? Or were they thinking of themselves, trying to keep their names and deeds alive? But when the ceiling collapsed and that place didn't exist anymore, so my question was moot. But then the ceiling collapsed. I wish I could say that we have not dishonored your memory, but Canabras lies in ruins. But you fearlessly battle the invaders, with no thought for yourself. You have earned no censure. We are proud of you. Right. In the olden days, mortal kind lost to the demons time after time after time, and now their descendants are continuing their losing streak. How could they not be proud of that? I wonder what happens if I attack him. Surely nothing. He has a very magical looking sword, though. Why did you help me? Oh no. Sorry. I sensed something in you, as if you are close to me somehow, like we stood shoulder to shoulder once in the face of evil, and that we must do so again. Who's Targona, exactly? I sense that light dwells within you. Very recently you were threatened by a powerful demon, and dark bloodlust tried to enslave your soul, but you opposed it and held fast. Continue to follow the path of light, and other righteous souls will aid you and follow you. You didn't help me! What are you talking about? Okay, bye. Farewell, the vision that the power gives us this semblance of life is running out, and soon we will once again be but memories, living only in words, pictures, and songs. Just like everyone else who passes away.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
You guys look like you're geared up for a fight. I wonder if I had successfully lured them in here. The enemies, I mean. If these guys were gonna fight with me or something? Maybe that's what they're assuming that happened or something. Worm's Mansion. Okay. I'm gonna go straight to the mansion. Oh. Oh, a fight. That thing that I touched in the market square is this, the purple stone knife. Like, it puts it in an item slot, or in a weapon slot. You can't unequip it. So, that's why I couldn't find it in my inventory. That was a while ago, but I just suddenly remembered and wanted to clarify. Oh, damn it. They're gonna nuke this guy. He's gonna die. Get out of there, Vladislav. They'll go down quick, though. Here. Yeah. No problem. Render unto me your goodies, for I am a poor boy. Oh yeah, and she turned into a fox. Which there's a scripted event for that happening later. If you do her side quest. But this is a beta, so there's just a bug where as soon as the defender's heart gets attacked, she just turns into a fox and like it doesn't address it at all. I already tried to get those dead duelists. Okay, yeah, continue. Oy vey. Another fight.
You can handle them, right? Something wrong?
Good lord. Failing to use a level 1 spell scroll is a super big bag of fun. And I love it. No! Oh my god. How many times am I gonna do that? He's undead. He's a Dhampir. He can't... I just keep hurting the poor guy. I'm like, here, let me help you. What an idiot. God, why can't you be normal? Except healing. Yeah, I did that when I was doing the turn-based fight. He had he was about to go down. Or he was fairly close. So I had him chug a potion, and I was like, why is his health going down? I don't understand. And I have no more inflict minor wounds potions, so we're gonna have to rest, I think. I don't really like that race is Kitsune. Somebody who plays Pathfinder will have to tell me how you're supposed to pronounce that. The fox people. And the models in game, that portrait is cool enough. I mean, it looks neat. But the models for them in game are rough. I need to get an alchemist kit and like a scroll kit just to see how effective this is, because I'm wondering how much influence you have over what's crafted. Like, do you get to say, okay, I want to try to make this specific scroll, like I want a scroll of cure wounds or something. But who knows? A lot of people probably know. I'm just not one of them. I know what that is. I think I know what that is. But I haven't done this. Still dying. I mean, that I know, but... Hey, 420, brah. I hope this isn't hard. Maybe I'll just put it on turn-based. This manor in the city's wealthy quarter looks grand, but not overly opulent. It didn't attract a lot of enemy attention during the demonic invasion, perhaps due to the fact that its guards and servants had fled right after the first attacks, and demons are usually more interested in living victims than in their empty houses. But living poor people are very interested. Especially people like...
I'm here. Where else would I be?
What's your name? Wolf something? Woljif. It's pronounced Wolgif. Hey, Horgus is here. Ah, there you are at last. You certainly took your time. I thought perhaps you got lost on the way here. I was already regretting not drawing you a map. Horgus's relief is palpable even through his grousing. It's a tragedy to see one's house in such a sorry state, and I always had a few guards in my service, you know. I hope those blockheads died honorably and didn't simply flee at the first sight of danger. What an ass. Horgus turns toward the corridor with a pensive expression on his face. My manor, you see, contains several items that are of great value to me. Of more value to you than the lives of the people who you hired to defend this place. I wish to retrieve them before they are discovered by my fellow citizens, who in the current chaos seem to have taken to thieving and marauding like ducks to water. So here's what I want you to do. Take a stroll through my house, peek into the rooms, and if you find anyone, kill them on the spot. That'll teach any other opportunists to stay away from Horgus Gorm's manor. While I was standing here by the entrance, I could clearly hear the sound of someone rooting around inside. Any possessions of mine you find in there, you can keep. So, you want me to murder anyone looting in your house? Castle doctrine. I get it, sure. But I can then take the stuff that they were looting. Forgive me for being a little confused here. Horgus. It's all as good as lost me anyways. When you're sure the house is empty, give me a signal from my study window. Wave a torch around, something like that. You can decide when you get there. Okay, so there's a different reason why he wants them all dead. Not because they're looting. He just doesn't want them here. What are those valuable items that they're worth risking your life by going back to the manor? Never you mind. I'm paying you to clear out the ruffians inside, not to ask questions. In any case, you will learn what this is all about just as soon as you clear the way to my study for me, so restrain your curiosity for now. Yeah, that's... Well, get on with it. What are you waiting for? A special order? I shall await your signal. And good luck out there, I suppose. In there.
So many thoughts, so little time.
Everyone counts on me.
I am concerned for this man's safety. And he's almost useless. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wrong button. Unless I'm in turn-based. So let's do a little bit of turn-based. I just want to make sure I don't get him killed.
Backwards. Backwards.
Was this a barracks?
I am helpful, am I not?
Rely on me.
Oh. He's a bad man over there. There's demons in here.
My name onto your flesh.
Well, I feel much better about killing demons than looters.
You won't survive me.
I feel like I've been misled a little bit. Like, yeah, there's some people looting in my house. Please get rid of them. Just kidding, it's demons. Does that work on you? It does. Oh yeah, a creature within 30 feet. Not just humans. I don't know why I thought that only worked on humans. It's not whole person.
No
Go get that dude.
without risk.
You are slow. Is that just because of the tower shield, or...? Oh, I just realized something. I think she needs some points in mobility to better utilize that defensive stance. Wonderful. And now he's blocking the doorway, I think. Hopefully not. Oh, this has already gone on over an hour. Alright, we'll cut this one after this fight. That is a weird ability. But when using a reach weapon, I could plug up a doorway with him, and then they wouldn't be able to get in, and he can still attack them. Okay. I can dig it. Yeah, that looks pretty blocked. Yeah, stab him. Nice. 28 damage. I will take it. Oof, I should have bought more cold iron arrows. I used them all up in that big fight. You can just hang out here. Can't do anything. Did he go? Oh, he's going after her. Yeah, you better miss. She has lots of armor class. Alright, Vladislav. Baby, don't hurt me. No more. Just carry the whole fight. Why did he glow like that when he got hit? He's still glowing. Bewildering injury. Dang. That's very good. Sick. Oh, I'm gonna level him up, and then I'll call it on this one. I need to shave. Somebody tell me what a smart multi-class would be for this. Can I get sneak attacks with bombs if I put a dip into rogue? Or maybe some points into fighter, or a dip into fighter or ranger for attack bonus and proficiencies? I don't know. I'm also kind of tempted to just not multi-class anybody and run straight through the game on just normal, because I'm not really trying to min-max here at all. But I also don't want to make things too hard on myself by just making objectively bad decisions with the characters, which I have done already a little bit. But that's just from ignorance. It's not like it was deliberate. Except for making him Dhampir. I knew that was going to cause problems. What I underestimated was my ability to forget that he was a Dhampir every single time I play. And nearly kill him with healing potions and spells. So what would be some good spells? Hideous Laughter is always a fun spell. Web is pretty good. But it's kind of redundant when you've got Grease. Get some damage in there. Try Scorching Ray. No, I don't think so, actually. We've already got that. I'm gonna get Bone Shaker. Oh, that's a... Opposition's cool. That's why the spell list is so tiny. Let me do Acid Arrow. Alright. See ya.